Well, I'd like to welcome Kim, who's going to give a testimonial about a course that I have for sale through my website at naturallywithkaren.com. And this particular course is called Domestication. And I put this course together because it has everything to do with people asking me, how do we wake up? How do we come out of 3D or three-dimensional reality and shift our consciousness into a more collective, cohesive consciousness? How do we become aware of things that you use, Karen, like Babylon and plantation? And, why are you not for certain aspects of life that you believe are very allegiance-based? So Kim took the course Domestication. I'm going to introduce Kim, and she's going to tell you about what she thought about the course. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you. Give thanks, Sis Karen. I am happy to be here. I can't tell you how thrilled I was that you were coming out with this course. After taking a couple of your other courses, it definitely made so much sense to me, and how we really need to work together to make the change for the better. Your course is very clear. I love how you had it in nature. It was so relaxing with the sound of the water. It was very tranquil. And it was in short increments where it wasn't long, where people would get lost, and they can stop it if they need to and go back to it with these short increments.
Beautiful.
Give thanks to you, sis.
I'm going to give thanks to Anthony for that too, because he's
Anthony as well, absolutely.
On making short video segments despite all my resistance. Okay.
Anthony, I love you, Anthony, because this video, this course is a must-have. It's a must-have. And honestly, you're charging only what, $12 for this course?
$12.
And what people are selling their courses for that have really nothing to do with what we really actually need to be doing in terms of real medicine and remedy for what's going on today. Now, I have to be honest with you. With the course, it made a lot of connections for me as what I felt in my youth and in my instincts telling me that something wasn't right. And in a lot of what you talk about, us living in boxes or being put into boxes, is very true. It limits our thinking. And once you start stepping outside the box, your first instinct or your first reaction will probably be tears, as it was for me. Yeah. Because you start to realize basically that we've been living a lie our whole lives, unfortunately,
Sadly.
But, yes, very sad. And you will find that once you start to see things for what they truly are, you tend to almost feel that people will not understand you, and you will not look at things or people the same way that you did before. You just won't. But in a more positive perspective, it helps you now become in alignment with your truest self. And that's where we rise together. And this is what we need. This is my heart. This is your heart. I know you're doing it for the benefit of everyone, not just select groups of people, which I see out there in what we call the conscious community. A lot of them who claim that they're awake really have areas where they need to grow in. And I love them all, and I love their perspectives and things. But in your course, I see that you are for the benefit of the whole, and not just for yourself, as most people are charging for their time, but looking out only for themselves. It's a wonderful course.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. Which section do you think stood out for you the most?
I have to say, when you did there's a lot. Oh, there's so much. The one that comes to me first to mind was when you spoke about the death ritual, that the being put into the box in the end. It's like, wow, we're in from box to box to box. You're born in the hospital, which is a box. They put your child in a little container, like that's a box, and puts it next to you. And then you live in a home that's a box, and then your car is a box, and your job's a box. And then in the end, you're put in a box once again. It's like, when do we see beyond this limiting box when we know we're limitless beings?
Right.
And our body belongs to the earth. So we should also decompose just as the fruit would from Mother Nature into the ground. But now we're in a box and we can't even do that in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's so concerned with resting in peace, but why not live in peace while we're living? This is where we get it wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that was like huge to me, just the death ritual and the boxes we're checking off, voting for things that obviously are not for our benefit whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not racially, not hue, not pigment, not religion, none of it.
Right, because we're
No.
actually none of those things. We're beyond that. And this
Mm-hmm.
is where people need to see that we are infinite beings. There's no limit to who we are, but yet we participate in a system that puts us in boxes, and this is what we think we are, and we're not. And this is where you shed a lot of light into it, sis, and this is what people need to know.
Well,
And
thank you.
I have to say to the people who are watching this testimonial, don't let it scare you. Don't be intimidated. Yes, you will feel a certain way, but you will grow and you will rise. And together we go.
I appreciate that. Wonderful. So would this course be for someone who says they're interested in waking up, or I mean, who do you think would benefit?
I think everyone would benefit. I think any age, I mean, other than the little children, obviously, but anyone could benefit from this. Really, anyone. There's no. It doesn't matter what color you are, or you think what color you are. That none of that matters. It is for everyone. It is for everyone who's ready to receive it. You have to have an open mind, because again, when you're closed-minded, that's a trap in itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's another box. You know what I'm saying? Don't box yourself in. Be open. And when you're open, you'll start to make connections and other connections. And it's just amazing from there. It really is.
Absolutely. I really appreciate that.
No, give thanks, sis, for this course.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend this course for everyone to see it. Everyone. It's definitely an eye-opener. And you kept it nice and softly spoken, but clear and crisp. And it's very understandable.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, and I'm really thankful for the gift of your testimonial.
Oh, you're so welcome, sis.
Yeah.
You're so welcome. I mean, it's the least I could do. The least I could do. I want to do more, and I support your work. I do very much.
You really do. I feel that. I see that, and I'm very deeply grateful for that, because to build a world family is my singular goal. That's my mission. Because
Absolutely.
division will do nothing but tear us apart,
Absolutely.
So everyone has something beautiful to bring, and yet at the same time, we do have to listen with the elders and try to find ways to agree to disagree with each other and collaborate. So, yeah.
Absolutely, sis. And I look forward to us rising as a family together.
All
I
right.
really do.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time, and you have a beautiful day.
You too, my sis.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye, hon.
Bye.